On September 9, Mrs. Corey noticed something had changed.
What is that god-awful smell? Luther, what's the matter?
Up there in the road beyond the glen, Mrs. Corey. There's something's been there.
Luther Brown, what are you talking about?
All the bushes and the little trees are pushed back from the road, like a whole house had moved along it. And that ain't the worst neither. There's prints in the road, Mrs. Corey. Great round prints, as big as barrel heads, all sunk down deep, like an elephant had been along. I looked at it once or two before I ran, and the smell was awful, like around Wizard Watherley's old house. It smelled like thunder.
Here, you sit down right here. Wrap this around you, I'll call the bishops.
Central.
Cora, patch me through the bishops right away. Silius?
No, it's Sally, the housekeeper. Mr. Bishop's out bringing in the herd.
Luther says he's seen something up above the glen, like giant footprints.
Oh Lord, Mrs. Corey, my son Torbjörn just came galloping in and couldn't half speak for what he'd seen.
What was it?
He says old Watley's house is all blowed up, with timber scattered around like there'd been dynamite inside. And the bottom floor is all covered with a stuff, a kind of like tar. He said there's awful marks in the yard too. Great round marks, bigger and rounder than a hog's head, with all sticky with the stuff like on the blowed up house. Torbjörn says they laid off into the meadows, where a great swath wider than a barn has been matted down. And he says he sought to look for Mr. Bishop's cows and found them in the upper pasture of the Devil's Hop Yard in an awful shape. Half of them's clean gone, and the other half is sucked most dry of blood, with sores on them, like Watley's cattle used to get. Mr. Bishop's gone out now to look at them, though I'll vow we won't care to get very near Wizard Watley's. Torbjörn didn't look careful to see where those big matted down swath led to. Well, but he thought it went towards the village.
What could have made it?
I don't know. But I figure it's something to do with them Watleys. Maybe that Wilbur was keeping something in that barn. Did you, Luther, take account of where those big tracks led to? Like, if they went towards the village, or if they went towards the glen, or did they go towards the Devil Hop?
Luther, did you see where those tracks went?
Not sure. Towards the glen, maybe.
He can't be sure. Maybe to the glen.
Well, if they was on the glen road, this side of the glen, and ain't got to your house yet, I calculate whatever it is must have gotten into the glen itself. I always say Cold Spring Glen ain't no healthy nor decent place.
Dear Lord, what do we do?
I think as all the men ought to do something, like gather up a party and light some pitchforks and march in a mob.
By that noon, fully 3/4 of the people of Dunwich were trooping over the roads and meadows between the ruins of the Watley place and Cold Spring Glen, examining in terror the vast monstrous prints, the maimed cattle, the strange wreck of the farmhouse, and the bruised, matted vegetation. Whatever had burst loose upon the world had assuredly gone down into the great sinister ravine, for all the trees on the banks were bent and broken, and a great avenue had been gorged in the underbrush. From below no sound came, but only a distant stench. It's hardly surprising that the people preferred to stay on the edge and argue, rather than descend and confront the unknown horror in its lair. That night, everyone went home, and every house and barn was barricaded, as stoutly as possible. All cattle was taken inside. About 2 a.m., the Fry family awoke.
Elmer, wake up! The dogs are barking. Get up! Do you smell that?
Yes, Lena. I smell it.
Sally saw you said a boy Torbjörn.
Hush, woman. Listen.
Oh, here's the dog.
You hear that? Sounds like water. Or waves. I light the lantern.
I hear it, Elmer. Something's wrong. I'm gonna call the chorus for help. What is it?
It's in the barn.
Mommy, we're scared!
Come here, darlings. Shh, now, there ain't nothing to be... Put that light out! Quiet, everyone!
The Frys huddled together in the sitting room. They did not dare to move until the last echoes died away, far down in Cold Spring Glen. As the sun rose, Selina Fry telephoned to spread what news she could of the horror. The next day, all the countryside was in a panic. Cowed, uncommunicative groups came and went where the fiendish thing had occurred. Monsters' prints covered the ground, and one side of the barn was completely caved in.
Zebulon, I found another piece over here. Reckon it was Hinderquarter. Bones all busted up.
That's still only a quarter of the herd accounted for, Earl.
Who's shooting?
Elmer, his cows that survived got to be put down, mad with fear.
Hell of a thing, man.
Aye,
Maybe we should call out for help. Odelsbury or Arkham.
ain't no use. Who is going to believe this? Outsiders never want to believe what Dunwich really is.
What do we do?
There's a reason our people once chanted in the great stone circles on the hilltops.
What did we chant?
Damned if I know!
Explorers noted a set of the monster's tracks in the road, skirting Sentinel Hill. As before, the sides of the road hinted on how large the creature was. The tracks seemed to suggest a passage in two directions, as if the moving mountain had come from Cold Spring Glen and returned to it along the same path. Since not even the stony cliffs seemed to be an obstacle for this mysterious thing, the investigators had to take a safer route. On the hill summit, the trail seemed to stop, or rather, reverse there.
You reckon the thing climbed up here and then just turned around and went back to the glen where it came from, man?
Aye, looks that way to me. See that table-like stone? On May even Hellmas. That's where the Wathleys used to come up and chant their hellish rituals.
Earl, come see. The altar stone. It's got that tarry stuff on it.
That's the same stuff I seen all around Watley's place after it was blowed up.
Sure stinks.
Any idea what it is?
I wouldn't touch it if I was you.
Why would you reckon such a thing would come up here?
I wouldn't ask questions like that, neither.
What is mean by that?
God only knows. You know, he's from the Watley himself, or called from the undecayed side of the family.
Darkness fell upon the countryside, the families gearing up with pitchforks and muskets, though it felt like a futile defense. The whippoorwills screamed with an unusual persistence, causing many not to sleep. At about 3 a.m., all party telephones rang.
Yeah, man.
Dad, sweet Jesus!
Elmer, is that you? What's happening?
Oh my God!
Elmer, are you there, man? Can you hear me? Mammy, something happened up at the Frys. I got to go up and see that they are all right.
Oh, Mr. Sawyer, don't leave me all alone here in the dark.
I'll call some of the other men. We go up there at sunup. With guns. It's been here. Look at the prints. They're everywhere.
Come on, hurry.
My God.
I don't understand. What happened to the house?
It's crushed, flat as a flounder.
But where are the...
Yeah, let's see if we can find them.
Amongst the ruins, nothing living or dead could be discovered. Only a stench and a tarry stickiness. The Fry family had been erased from Dunwich.